We always have to start an event with a little pink in my world. So let's raise our glasses, ladies. Let's raise our glasses for this amazing event today. I mean, could you just hear the passion from, it's Camille, but to us it's Cammie, for us. But that's good, Cammie, thank you. I can't believe this room. I mean, they even surprised us with pink lights on the ceiling. This is amazing. I am so grateful for you all to be here for our Hidden Power Change Summit. This is actually our 4th National Pink Fix Day. Yes, we love the color pink so much, it's a national holiday. But it's not just the color, it's what it represents. It represents this movement, this alliance of women coming together for women empowerment with their money, with their relationships, with their careers, with their businesses, with all of it. It's so refreshing to be surrounded by so many women in the industry, right? We don't see this a lot. We feel very alienated and isolated as a woman in this industry. But then to have our clients here, to have my mom and mother-in-law here, and then amazing partnerships that we've created over even the last year. It's been crazy to see one year, what has happened at the Women's Wealth Boutique. This is a feminine ecosystem. This is a feminine economy. Women, we are born to connect. How amazing are we at relationships? That is probably our best thing that we do. And why is that? It's because we listen. We give each other space. If a client comes in and they need to vent, I will let them vent. I'm not gonna go to fix-it mode, problem-solving mode. I'm gonna let them get it off their chest. Let's talk it through. What are the emotions that are coming up? What are the feelings, the memories, the triggers? Because we know money is emotional. It is triggering. We're empathetic. We're just nurturers, right? We care. We want to take care of our clients, of our advisors so badly, our family members so badly. Even in this room, wealth is being created. We can say that, right? Wealth is being created in this room. I started my 3rd book, Confessions of a Money Queen, with this quote, how if you want to raise your wealth, you need to raise the quality of your thoughts. It starts here. Right, ladies? It's having these dialogues. It's seeing speaker after speaker who are going to inspire you, motivate you, and show you there are easier ways to do things and that you're not alone in this journey. Cannot wait for you to hear these amazing ladies. But even just an example of the feminine economy, we have Miranda, New York here, these gorgeous blazers over there. Everybody is welcome to try them on, see them. They got swatches. You can buy them here today with these amazing ladies. Desiree created this line over the last year. Put a lot of work into it, huh, ladies? Desiree and I met probably 5 or 6 years ago. And she was a personal shopper at Alice & Olivia. And my husband knew how much I love Alice & Olivia. Desiree sent me this outfit. This is actually from my book cover, Confessions of a Money Queen. And it is backless on purpose. I did not forget to zip it up. But my husband brought me to the Bryant Park store in New York City for Christmas. And he goes, go inside and pick out, get emotional talking about this. He's such a good guy. He says, pick out whatever you want. And I had my first pretty woman moment. Just that part of the movie. And I picked out this beautiful, the moms are here, so you know. And I picked out this gorgeous gold and black dress. Felt like $1 million in it. And a few weeks later, Desiree sends me a card saying thank you. And it was such a personal note. And this is women, right? We think about these touches. Such a personal note. And we started talking back and forth. And she found out I just launched and became a bestseller with Strong Woman, Stronger Assets. She goes, oh, we do book signings here. In fact, we'll do a book signing for you. And you can pick an organization that we will donate to. And I said, no, I'm going to donate my book proceeds to it as well. So right there in Bryant Park, both the ladies came. My daughter was 8 months old, came, had her out all in pink. And we raised between the 2 book signings over $3,000 for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. It was amazing. And then over the years, she would send me boxes of clothes, not for free. I would try them on and send her back what I didn't want. This was in one of the boxes. And then she tells me she's having this amazing new line that she's launching. I'm a little upset there's no pink, but we are working on a pink collaboration for next year. I'm like, that's the feminine ecosystem, the economy. We take care of each other. We support one another, and it is amazing to see. Even you'll see at our panel today, we have Asset Mark, who has a woman CEO. It's amazing. We have FIG Insurance, and one of their owners is a woman, right? It's amazing to see women stepping up. Women are opening up 1,800 businesses a day. A day. Isn't that amazing? But only 6% of them earn over 6 figures. Only 6%. So women, we're ready. We're showing up. We want to do this thing, but there's still a gap. There's still a disconnect. We still have the pay gap. This is what we need to solve. This is the ripple effect. This is the waves of change that we are here today. Like I said, it's not just a Women's Wealth Boutique. It is a mission. It is an alliance. It's a movement that's happening in this room. Wealth is being created. That is our mission. Whenever we work with a client, with an advisor, with a partner, an investor, we're teaming up with you to create wealth together. And every single one of our advisors at the Women's Wealth Boutique is aligned in this mission. So much fun to be on stage in my hometown in New Jersey. Thank you all for coming. We have advisors who flew in from Washington State, Alabama, Michigan, Texas, all over to be in this room speaking or being here to show up to support women. I had the privilege earlier this year speaking at Harvard. I felt like Elle Woods stepping on the Harvard stage. I'm like, who am I? I wear my hot pink, of course, blazer. And then the next month, I was flown down to Dallas, Texas to speak in front of a stage of about 500 people, probably 80% men. It was FIG's national conference down in Dallas, Texas, and I invited my husband to come because he so rarely gets to see me in action or on stage. He's so supportive of it, and he's never been there, so he's like, yeah, I'll come with you. So the morning of, I go upstairs with him to get dressed, and I had to think what color I was wearing. Can you guess what color I was wearing? Hot pink, whole business suit, sparkly, not these ones, but similar, sparkly platform sneakers. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and you would think I was having like that superwoman moment, like, dun, 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 I'm gonna change the world. But instead, I deflated. I wanted to go and hide and curl up in a ball in the room. And my husband, he immediately saw the energy shift. And he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I took my jacket off because I had to desperately air out my pits. I was like, I am having some really bad imposter syndrome right now. And bless his heart. Donna, did I say that right? Bless his heart to the Southerners. He asks me, what is imposter syndrome? And I belly laughed, and I needed that belly laugh to cut through the nerves. I could not stop laughing. I guess men don't deal with this. They just don't deal with this, ladies. I'm like, really? And I had to give him like a textbook encyclopedia explanation of imposter syndrome. And I'm like, well, you don't deal with this. But women face this on a daily basis. Like who, even this morning, felt like an imposter coming here? Or getting on this stage, or boarding the airplane yesterday, or showing up at work, stepping into a room that you might not know anybody of. I mean, that's scary for women. So scary. So I explained to him imposter syndrome, I mean, to me feels like I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. I'm going to disappoint somebody. I'm not fitting in. Who am I, right? Who am I to get up on stage? They're going to laugh at me in this pink suit. It felt like a clown suit at the time. Even I do love the suit. I do love the suit. It felt like a clown suit. Women deal with this on a daily basis. I deal with this on a daily basis. Heck, we've grown so much over the year, it would be impossible not to feel like this on a daily basis. Women ask me all the time, like, how are you doing? You have the Women's Wealth Boutique, you're an advisor, you're a mom, all these things, how do you do it? I said, well, it's a daily struggle, right? It's a daily practice. And I've actually have named it my daily money practice. You ladies might have heard of me talk about this, but every morning after I drop my kids off, I need a moment. Getting 2 toddlers off to school, I need a moment. So I get into my office at 8 a.m., I sit my butt down on the couch, and I ground myself. I center in, I pray, I talk to God, I meditate, I let myself remember my why. Why am I here? Why am I showing up? We so often forget the why when we're burnt out or stressed. And that's completely changed my life. Because no matter what amount of wealth that you're after, you have these thoughts that are going to sabotage you. You have this programming, this narrative in your mind. Think about this, ladies. You get 70,000 thoughts a day. 70,000 thoughts a day. Talk about overstimulation. Talk about overwhelm and stress. Majority of those thoughts are repetitive thoughts. It is the same thought pattern over and over again. Have you ever noticed when you get stuck at a job that you hate for a very long time and you're like, why did I stay so long? Or you get kind of capped at a certain income level for a while, or maybe in a bad relationship for a while. It's these thoughts telling you you are not enough. And we settle for them. Like, you're right, I'm not enough, going back over here. Don't like it over here, but at least I know what to expect over here, right? My mind has a navigation system on how to deal with it over here. It's becoming disciplined and filtering through those thoughts. What are the productive thoughts and what are the destructive thoughts that you have going on? And unfortunately, majority of the thoughts are destructive. They are. But it's a discipline. It is a choice every day to decide which path am I going to go down. So I'm going to give you a little exercise so you can feel the difference between the thoughts, all right? And as women know who've been in my world, we always start an event, yes, with a pink song, but also with a meditation, a grounding exercise. So I'm going to let you feel the difference between the two thoughts. So I invite you all to sit back, get comfortable, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. And we're going to start with the negative thoughts. I want you to think about all the feelings, the negative emotions that you have when it comes to money. Maybe it's that there's never enough, that I have to work too hard for the money, I'm exhausted, I feel guilty having the amount of money I have, I feel greedy wanting more. Money is too much responsibility. I'm not good with money. I'm never going to be good with money. And as these thoughts, these feelings come to you, feel them. Let them move through your body and then release them. Because if you don't release them, if you try to avoid them or push them down, you suppress them, that's just going to lead to, depression, more issues. Just let them move through your body and then release them. Release them. Feel them as you take another deep breath in, just melt to the floor. You are just surrendering them, you're releasing them, getting them out. And with each deep breath, you feel them releasing more and more. Now feel how light you feel. How light you feel. Feel yourself just floating on this ocean, on this sea. So light, so buoyant. And you just feel the waves bringing you up and down. And how calming and comforting it is to feel yourself move up and down. Always constant, always moving, always flowing. This sea is your abundance. It surrounds you. It's all around you. It's a constant in your life. Money is an energy. Money is always in motion. It's flowing with ease in and out of your life. You can't hold on to money, grasp money so tightly. It's just like trying to hold on to water. The tighter your grip is, the more the water will seep out. So feel the difference between tightening your hands and just letting your hands fall openly in your lap. How different it is to release that pressure on us. Money is always going to be there for you. Money you can trust. And I invite you all to just say to yourself in your head, I can trust money. Money is safe. Money is abundant. Money is love. Receiving money is like receiving love. It's like receiving from God. Money is safe. I'm deserving of money. I'm deserving of wealth. It's safe to receive the wealth. And breathe all of that in. See how light you feel. What emotions are you feeling? Let yourself feel them, because that will anchor this practice into your subconscious and allow it to be there whenever you need it to remember it whenever you need it to. And take one more deep breath in and out. I should do that. Someone's coming in on Zoom. Hey, Zoom ladies. How's that feel? Good? I love meditation. As I say, I've been doing it for the last few years. Ever since COVID hit, I've been meditating. That's one good thing about COVID. And there's a scientific side of meditation. You know, when we're in our waking state, we have what are called beta waves that our brain is emitting. But when we go into meditation, the brain starts to emit alpha waves, and then in an even deeper state, delta waves. Now, what alpha waves and delta waves do, ladies, is it unlocks our subconscious, and when that happens, our brain stops producing a hormone called cortisol. Do you know what this hormone does to us, ladies? It produces stress and aging. So clearly we should just stay in a meditative state all day long. We'll just sit and meditate and we will never age. There's the secret to life. We can't do that, but we can do just 15 minutes a day can make all the difference, because it allows our brain to now get the blood, the nutrients it needs to heal. Did you ever notice when you get stressed, you get sick? You throw your back out, your neck out, something happens. It's because your brain is not getting the nutrients and the blood to heal. So even 15 minutes a day is like a healing moment. It's like a massage. Think of it as a massage for your mind and your nervous system. It also allows your nervous system, which is constant state of stress nowadays, to heal and to rest, to recharge for us. So when I was down in Texas, before I got on stage, I did my daily money practice, so I wouldn't feel like an imposter anymore. Then I went down to the big room, waiting for my turn to get onto the big stage. And I looked around the room, which was a sea of gray and navy. I joked last night it was a sea of navy and gray hair, because a typical man there was a man in his 60s or 70s, 80% of the people. And they all, even on stage, they all sounded and looked alike. They could be interchanged with each other very easily. And it hit me, I think this was from God, thank you God, it hit me, you're different. I'm different. What I do is different. Ooh, we need our clicker. Here it is. What I do is different. Not only are we an all-female financial firm, yes, the fastest growing women-owned financial firm in the US, but we are also a multimedia firm, right? Publishing books, publish my books. Melissa, where is Melissa? Then in the back, her Growing Rogue book. Yes. Alyssa Goldman's books coming out later this year that we're publishing. On your tables, you'll see the Hidden Power Change magazine, which is all original content from our advisors, from our partners, our sponsors in there, that the ladies put together, that Alyssa, this was her brain baby, designed beautifully, meticulously for this. This is going to be an annual magazine that we put together. We have events like this. We have our podcast, Women Behind the Millions. Oh no, did we lose it? I'll just go over here and do it. And now, this is not working. We thought we had all the tech figured out. But we are very, very thrilled to announce that our podcast, Women Behind the Millions, is now going to be a TV show. A TV show. Next one, keep going. All the way to, nope. Nope. Keep going. There's me. There it is. On the Transform Your Life Network. So we want to surprise even our advisors, people who've been on the podcast, that yes, now our episodes are going to be on a TV show, Transform Your Life Network. It's going to be launching May 31st. So we will get you all the details as it comes out, but we are thrilled to celebrate this with you ladies. We did it, ladies. And again, the feminine economy, the connections, the networking. This came from Brittany Young, who you'll be speaking, connecting us with the right people, for us showing up and then be connected with the right people. So I soaked all of this in as I sat there waiting for my turn on the stage. Then I got on the stage, my hot pink suit, the first female all morning, all day on the stage, and I said to the crowd, I'm going to say to you that there is so much power in your story, that your story can transform lives. Even if it transforms one life, was it meant to be told? Was it worth telling? Yes, it is. The history is remembered because of the storytellers, right? If we're not telling stories, there's no history. And so much of history dictates our future. So without telling your story, there is no history, there's no future, there's no legacy. That's why we created an entire event today around telling your story, about taking a risk, about women embracing that change instead of shying away from it, instead of avoiding it. I'm so excited for you to hear these women today speaking. And now I know whenever I feel like an imposter, I have that imposter syndrome creeping up, it means that I am taking a risk. I am embracing that change. And when that happens, imposter syndrome comes up because it's driven from our ego. And our ego is from our insecurities and our fears. Right? It's trying to keep us what we know. But now as we become disciplined in filtering through those thoughts and embracing the productive thoughts or retelling it and giving ourselves a new narrative, we can embrace that change. We can embrace that risk. So every single woman you will hear from today has taken a huge risk and betted on themselves. This is something that we've been seeing all over. I was just on a show and they were asking me about the ripple effect of taking a risk. I'm like, there's so much of a ripple effect. Women, we make up about a third of millionaires, right? So as more women step up and show up, we're gonna be the CEOs, the executives, the presidents, the money queens, as Cami said earlier. It's gonna happen. Even opening up the Women's Wealth Boutique a year ago, look what's happened. It led me speaking at Harvard, partnerships with FIG and AssetMark. But then look at all the women who have joined this movement, this mission. 9 advisors in about a year and a half is pretty insane for growth. It is amazing. And we embrace it. We embrace that change. But then I took a pause when I was on the show and I go, you know what? I could trace that ripple effect all the way back to having my first blog, Not Your Father's Advisor, to having my first women-focused event, to writing the very first word on the first page of my first book, Strong Women, Stronger Assets. That's where the ripple effect started, and that's the real risk, right? That's the real risk. It doesn't start with a huge company or a huge event like this. It starts with taking that little risk to be different, to being the change that you so desperately wanted to see in the world. That's the real risk. Then it just feels like living. It just feels like living in your purpose instead of apologizing for it. And that's what today is all about. So these women, you're gonna see them, they all stepped away from their team, a partnership, their firm, to take a risk on themselves. I'm one of them. I left my father's financial firm. Get emotional again. Oh, man, today. I left my father's financial firm, the only firm I ever known, not just my entire career, but my entire life, to create something so powerful and so special in the industry. This is my calling. Every day I show up, I'm like, God, how can I serve you today? And this is where I know I'm meant to be for it. But these ladies, they also walked away from, and this is what happens, right? We realize they walked away from being unheard, underpaid, and undervalued. And that's what happens. And that's where we see the huge shifts happening with women's wealth. So as we're coming into the second half of the career, on top of the TV show, we do have some amazing additions. We have just onboarded Amanda Stillwell with her crew, her amazing ladies, Clarity Financial Solutions in South Carolina. We've onboarded Lauren Wood, Alliance Collective Wealth in Indiana. We have 2 more advisors that will be onboarding this summer. And then we are also opening up our services at the Women's Wealth Boutique. Right now we have our divorce planning with our divorce source, Donna Cates. We have, retirement planning, financial planning, protection, estate, cash flow. But we're opening it up to now property and casualty, to make sure that all of our clients and advisors and business owners are properly insured. Because when we talk about taking a risk, whenever we take a risk, we also need to make sure the protection's there. We're not just blindly going into risk. We are making sure that everything is strategic and protected. So now we can help ensure that. And then later this summer, we're going to also be opening up an estate planning division, offering wills, power of attorneys, living wills, trusts as well. You're going to notice a theme here with some of our speakers of estate planning, long-term care, legacy. So now we're going to be able to help our clients, advisors, business owners create these critical documents with one of our new partnerships. None of this would have been possible without opening up our doors at the Women's Wealth Boutique as a registered investment advisory firm. And also having amazing partnerships that you're going to hear during our panel today. So I invite you all to sit back, enjoy, drink up, while you listen to some of the most motivating, educated, and disciplined female advisors and professionals I've ever met in the industry. We're going to have a few speakers, lunches at noon. Our panel's going to be at 1, a few more speakers, and then our cocktail reception to round out our day. So thank you again so much for being here. Thank you to our team, everybody over here, Rachel, Tammy, Courtney, Brittany, everybody, Alyssa, who made this day possible. They are, especially Alyssa, my work wife, my ride or die, nonstop messages about this event. Thank you so much for being here today, for showing up. This is what it's about. Wealth is being created in this room today. Thank you.